The crowd was starting to turn against me again. And that's exactly what I'd been waiting for. But I didn't sell it. Instead, I stood in the doorway holding up that framed penalty notice. The red official seal looked almost menacing under the hallway light. Listen up, neighbors, don't think I'm being heartless here. Last time she was having her baby, I drove her to the hospital in a downpour. Totaled my car doing it. And the second she got discharged, she turned around and reported me for unlicensed transport. Got me fined 30 grand. If anyone here wants to talk me into giving her a ride, fine. But first, pay my $30,000 fine, then sign a written guarantee that if I get reported again, you're taking the fall. My words hit like a hammer. The whole hallway went dead silent. Nobody wanted any part of this. Wushu watched as one by one, her neighbors pulled their heads back inside and shut their doors. She was completely hopeless. Chen Feng, how could you be so cold-blooded? If anything happens to my son, I swear I will haunt you from the grave. Ma'am, this is a society governed by law. That superstitious stuff doesn't fly anymore. And that threat you just made? I've got it on recording. I'll be taking it straight to the mediation center. With that, I slammed the door shut. In that moment, I felt a kind of satisfaction I'd never felt before. Outside, Wu Shui's hysterical screaming and sobbing was the most satisfying sound I'd heard all night. I went to my room, put on my noise-canceling headphones, and blocked out the world. But I didn't sleep. I kept my eyes on the security camera feed. Wu Shu and her husband were out there causing a scene for over half an hour. Finally, a kind-hearted cab driver happened to be coming back to the complex to pick someone up and reluctantly agreed to take them. But by then, it had been almost a full hour since the kid first got sick. When they carried the little one to the car, his body was completely limp, like a rag doll, totally unresponsive. I watched the cab's tail lights disappear into the night, took off my headphones, and let out a long breath. No guilt, just a cold, complicated kind of calm. The next morning, the neighborhood group chat exploded. Word spread fast. Little Bao had been rushed to the hospital too late. The high fever caused brain damage. There was a high chance of permanent damage. His mental development might be stuck at the level of a 3 or 4-year-old. Forever. The chat went wild. People were saying all kinds of things. Some started feeling sorry for Wu Shui. The kid's innocent after all. The bleeding hearts never miss a moment. I read through the comments, let out a cold laugh, and dropped 2 things in the chat. First, a photo of the official complaint Wu Shui filed against me. Second, the full security footage from outside my door that night. From her begging me, to me pulling out the fine, to her final ugly threats. Every single second. I captioned it. Don't tell someone to be kind when you've never walked in their shoes. My kindness last time got me a $30,000 fine and a public witch hunt. This time, I'm just choosing to be a law-abiding citizen who looks out for himself. The kid didn't end up like this because of me. He ended up like this because of his own selfish, greedy mother. The chat went dead quiet. After a long pause, the tide completely turned. The vast majority sided with me. The shift in public opinion was even faster than I'd expected. At noon, I got a call from Sun Wei. Chen Feng, please, I'm begging you, lend me some money. Xiao Bao's been admitted to the ICU. I listened to him falling apart on the phone. All I felt was contempt. You reap what you sow. Sun Wei, when your wife was cashing that $2,000 reward check, did she ever think about how I was going to pay that fine? We were wrong. We know we were wrong. Please, do it for the kid's sake. I hung up and immediately blocked every single contact associated with their whole family. My kindness isn't cheap. I'm done wasting it on trash. I thought it was over. But I had underestimated just how low people could sink. 3 days later, I pulled up to my office building and found a crowd gathered at the entrance. Come judge for yourselves, everyone. There was a banner with 8 words on it. Heartless rich man let a child go blind. Standing next to it were a few people with cameras, the kind of shameless clickbait content creators who'd sell their own mother for views. The moment Wu Shui spotted me, she lunged like a rabid dog and grabbed my pant leg. It's him, he's the killer, right here. Everyone come look. Camera flashes going off nonstop. A reporter shoved a mic practically into my face. Mr. Chen, why did you refuse to take a sick child to the hospital? Do you feel any remorse? The whole sidewalk was full of office workers rubbernecking and whispering. I took a deep breath. Stayed calm. I'd already played this scene out in my head 100 times. I pulled out my phone and connected it to the lobby's display screen. Since the media's all here, let's walk through this from the very beginning. I played every piece of evidence in front of everyone. The dashcam footage from the rainy night I saved her. The fine. Wu Shui's screenshots bragging about her reward money in the group chat. And the full security footage from that night. The lobby, which had been chaos a second ago, went completely silent as the video played. Wu Shui's face drained of color. Her grip on my pant leg slowly loosened. You're lying! You edited it! You're trying to destroy us both! She was still fighting. I looked at her and said, whether I edited it or not, the authorities can verify that. Wu Shui, what you're doing right now is defamation and criminal harassment. I turned to the stunned reporters. Ladies and gentlemen, I've given you the full evidence chain. If you air only one side of the story, my legal team will be coming after you too. At some point, my boss had come to stand at the second floor railing and watch the whole thing play out. He called out loud, Chen Feng is one of our best employees. The company's legal team will back him up fully. We don't let good people get walked over. With the company in my corner, I stood even taller. The authorities arrived quickly. Wu Shui took one look at the black sedan and finally looked scared. She tried to run. Security grabbed her before she got 2 steps. Before they put her in the car, she looked back at me one last time.